Do you have the audacity to live your life? Audacity is bold or arrogant disregard. F whatever it is that I've been told to do in the past. I'm going to trust that I know what's best for me. When I'm working with a client, what I'm looking for is an opportunity to help this person see and build trust within themselves to know that they're already somebody. Acknowledge that you're already a success. It's already done. Having the audacity to be confident in who you are is initially a terrifying prospect, especially if you have a history of people pleasing, especially if you don't want to rock the boat. We have to build this energy of audacity, knowing that we're in safe relationships. If you're in a place right now where you don't have that network built, where you feel that there are people in your life who love you and who see you for who you are, I want you to know that it is possible. It does take a certain amount of confidence and audacity to ask for what you are worth, to say no to things that are draining, to stand up for other people. There's absolutely risk in that. And I don't want to take that lightly. If you can hold in your mind someone that you really admire, ask yourself, what did it take for them to be who they are? Look at the impact that they've had on your life. By that person being who they are, how did that impact and change your life? How did that give you more permission when you go beyond that limiting belief, that voice in your mind that says you're not enough? How could you even think that you were good enough to do this? You go beyond that by saying, I accept myself totally. Loving yourself right now in this moment and accepting yourself fully for who you are is going to catapult you into the next phase of your life. When you have the opportunity to speak with people who perform on a regular basis, who are giving presentations, lead big teams, manage huge operations, and you ask them, how did you get to where you are? That person is just like you. They got to where they are by every day making a commitment to themselves to acknowledge that they have to step into who they fully are in order to be able to do the hard things. I'm sure so many of us have received guidance from people that love and care for us about choosing the safe option. Sometimes the safe option is the best option. But if you've chosen the safe option and you've chosen it again and again, and there's something that is pulling at you to take some risk, to try something different, listen to that voice. There are some times where that safety, that choice, is going to feel more like a prison than a comforting, cozy room. And you'll outgrow those rooms. Life is all about growing. It's about growing and expanding bigger than the container that you were in yesterday. How can you have the audacity to love yourself fully? To be, just example's sake, to be a woman in this modern moment and not hate your body, to love who you are, to love your brain, to not think that you're stupid or what you have to say doesn't matter. Because if someone's telling you that, that person hasn't realized that 100 years from today, it's all going to be dust. People who take the time out to drag you down in the short time that we all have is much more a reflection on where their priorities are than where yours are. And I don't normally like to ask why questions because I feel like they put too fine a point on things and sound a little bit accusatory of like, why aren't you doing this? Versus what could you do? Different feeling to both of them. But in this moment, I'm going to ask you a why question, which is, why are you going to let the opinions of someone who's never tried, the opinions of someone who's spending their time to pull you down, why are you going to let that get in the way of being who you are when you only have so much time? The fact that life is finite makes it all the more beautiful because I have to choose. There's only so much that I can get done. And so at the very least, I'm going to have the audacity to be who I am. And I'm going to do that because in my family before me, many of them have not had that opportunity. And so why would I not? Why would I not be fully who I am? Why would you not? Here's the thing. If you want to be more yourself, one, there's nothing to do. You just simply be. But if you are in a place where you don't feel like there's any sort of support that's going to come from your immediate circle, the only thing that you need to do is to make a plan to get out of that place as soon as possible. Regardless of the shape of your life, there's always some opportunity to shift. Do you have the audacity to shift things more in your favor? Of course, fully considering kindness and compassion to others. By showing up fully as ourselves, we're not taking any room from anyone else. You might be surprised by people in your life who you thought would not support you, but who see something within your own journey that speaks to our shared human experience, which is that everyone who's on Earth, as far as I'm concerned, this is your first rodeo. And you don't have all the right answers. Nobody does. At the very least, what we can do is understand ourselves so that we can better understand each other. I want you to feel that audacious energy, to commit to it, to own it, because you know that it's lighting your life up. When you make that commitment, you light a torch for the rest of the world. That's what you do. Do what feels important for you to do right now. Be the person that you need to be in this moment. You are so deserving of that. I just want to send so much love to you. And here's to being the biggest, boldest version of yourself and not paying any attention to anyone who's not right there with you. Take care.